Hi students, here the second video on the chapter motion of class 9 physics. So in the last video we covered the important concepts, that is rest, motion, distance and displacement. Now in this video we cover the another very important concepts, that is one is uniform motion and non-uniform motion, and one is speed and velocity and some numericals. Let's see student here, motion, uniform and non-uniform motion first here. So we know about the motion. What is motion definition? A particle occupy different position at a different interval of time. Okay, last video we learned about distance, right? If you observe, if particle change their position, right, at different time, we observe that particle have in different position, right? That is called as in motion. If the particle is not change its position, means it is in rest. But we observe that when the time it changes, the particle position is also changes from A point to B point to C point, like that it changes. Okay, traveled. So that is called as a motion. We know about the term motion. But what is mean by uniform motion here? So see here, uniform nothing but it is same. Uniform meaning same, similar, same. Okay. So let us see here, I give a table now. Now use this table to understand these concepts: uniform motion and non-uniform motion, equal motion and non-equal motion. Let's see here, time given. Now observe the time here. Exact 15 minutes, that is we call as an equal interval of time is there, right? See here, 9:30 plus 15 45 plus 15 10 plus 15 10 15, then plus 15 10 30. Exact means what? This is the equal interval of time, right? The time is equal interval. Also we take 9:30 9:40 10 plus 10 means it is be equal, right? So I can take here difference is 15 15 15. So we say that it is equal interval of time. Okay, it is what? Equal interval of time, right? That is every difference is 15 minutes are taken here, equal interval of time. Now let us see, the two particles are taken. One particle is particle A, okay, this is particle A, and one particle is particle B, right? So now first observe the study the particle A motion here. So see here, particle change the distance traveling. Okay, first 10 meter, then 20 meter. It is taken in meter. Okay, distance in meter, I take meter, right? And this is also in meter, right? Distance in meter. Okay, so first 10 meter, 30 meter, 20 meter, 30 meter, 40 meter, 50, 60, 70. So we observe that the particle is in motion, right? Because why? Because the distance is changing here, 10 to 20, 20 to 30. So particle A is motion. So one question arises, which type motion it is? Okay, because in the last video we learn types of motion: circular motion, rotational motion, right? Different type motion, periodic motion. But which type of motion this particle A travel? So remember that particle A and particle B, okay, both particle A and B, okay, A and B moving in a straight line. Means what? Which type of motion it is? Straight line, right? That is like rectilinear motion, right? So what I study here, uniform motion or non-uniform motion, it is taking the example of straight line motion here. Okay, straight line motion. So particle A moving in a straight line. See, when particle start moving from its original position, origin, that is reference point, it travel 10 meter. After 15 minutes, means 9:30 to 9:15, after 15 minutes we observe the particle now travel again 10 meters. So first 10 meter and then 10 meter, it is 20 meter now. Okay, again I can change the time, equal interval. So again 15 minutes added. So after 15 minutes, that is 10 AM. So we observe 30 meters, means what? Again 10 is added. So we observe that when the equal interval of time, at the equal interval of time 15 15 15 15, the particle also travel the equal distance, that is 10 plus 10 plus 10 30 plus 10 40 plus 10 50 plus 10 60 plus 10 70. So what we observe that if a particle traveled equal distance or particle cover equal distance in equal interval of time is called as an uniform motion, right? So see here, what is meaning of uniform motion here? If a particle is said to be, okay, right, I completely, a particle or a body, anything, a particle is said to be in a uniform motion if condition is what? If it traveled or covered, okay, traveled or covered equal distance in, see, equal distance 10 plus 10 plus 10, equal distance in equal distance in equal interval of time. That is very important. Time also must be equal interval of time. That is called as a uniform motion. See, what is uniform? Why uniform? Because of equal distance travel. That is what uniform, right? That is meaning what? Uniform. If equal distance travel, that is called uniform, same, right? So that is uniform motion, right? So now students, I think about graph here. Okay, I can think about graph here. Let us see. I take a graph here. Okay, I take a graph here. Let us see. Very important. It is graph Cartesian plane, and I take, this is y-axis and this is taken as x-axis, and this is the origin. Okay, in the x-axis I can take time. Okay, I can take time. In the x-axis I can take time, and in the y-axis I can take distance traveled. Okay, I can take distance, that is represented by the symbol s. Okay, that is represented symbol x or s or x. Okay, I can take s here. S stand for distance, right? Now students, okay, right here, not make it speed, it is distance. S is not a speed. Speed is represented by the v. Okay, but s stand for distance. Okay, I can write here distance. Okay, distance. Now when I plotted this graph in here, so see here I can write time here. For example, it is 9:30, and here it is 9:45, and it is 9 okay, it is 10, okay, and it is 10:15, and so on. Okay, and so on, right? And in this y-axis I can write this distance. So that is first 10, and then 20, and then 30, and then 40, and then 50. Okay, like that. Okay, so up to 70. Now see, at the time 9:30 the distance is 10 meters. So 9:30 10 meter, I put here point, 1 point, and 9:45 it is 20, and 10 it is how much? It is 30. So 30 here, 30, and it is 10:15 is how much? It is 40. So it is 40. Now I join all the points. If you take a graph and do like that, so you get a straight line. Okay, this straight line show that. What is the meaning of this straight line? This straight line, that is start from the origin, means at particle starting at the rest. Okay, at the rest. So this is show that, this origin show that the particles start from rest and start to motion and covered equal distance, right? 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10. If like that motion is shown by the particle, uniform motion, and you put it a graph of the uniform motion, and this graph is a straight line. Okay, and this straight line is show that the particle is in uniform motion. Okay, particle or body is in uniform motion. Maybe in examination they ask, draw the graph which show the uniform motion. That is the graph where we take distance versus time graph. It is called as a distance or position versus time graph, or distance versus time graph. Okay, here position given 10 meter, 20 meter given, that is we call distance or position, and here time is given. So that is very important. Whenever you get a straight line, okay, whenever you get an exact straight line, it is exact straight line which is passed from the origin. Okay, so that is called as a uniform motion. Okay, sometime maybe pass origin, or sometime maybe it is 10 or 20. Okay, maybe not 0, but when it is straight line, even when a straight line, whenever the line is straight, when we join all the points, all the points show on the same line. Okay, all the points are lies in a same line, straight line. That is called as a uniform motion, and this is the graph for uniform motion, right? So in the examination they give such graphs and ask which type of motion the particles show here. If you observe very straight line, okay, exact all the point lies in a straight line, so we say that it is a uniform motion. Okay, this is the concept of uniform motion. Clear? So particle travel equal distance in equal interval of time. The particle cover equal distance in equal interval of time is said to be uniform motion, and the graph for uniform motion is calculated by the distance versus time or position versus time graph, and we get a straight line. The straight line show that the particle is in uniform motion. Right students, this is what about the uniform motion. Now let's come to the non-uniform motion. It is very simple. If see here, now neglect particle A, now take particle B. Let us see here, I can changing equal interval of time. See 15 minutes, 15 minutes same, but the distance is what here? unequal. See here, distance is unequal. First 12 meter, and then how much it is? Plus 7, and it is how much here? Plus 4. Here how much it is? 7, and it is plus 12. How much difference it is? It is 2 plus 2. Here how much? It is plus 4. It is how much? Plus 2. See here, unequal. But here what happened? Plus 10, plus 10, plus 10, plus 10, plus 10, plus 10. Equal. But here is what? Unequal. See, sometime it is travel. First it is from a reference point 12 meter. After 12 it is not travel, again 12. If it travel again 12 means it is equal, but here not. After that it is, but time is equal. But time is 15 minutes. But here observe the distance is now less, 7. To first 12, then come less 7, and then again decrease 4, again increase 12, and again decrease, again increase, again decrease, like that. Increase, decrease. There is no same point. But here same, uniform same, plus 10, plus 10. But here observe that sometime plus 7, sometime plus 4, sometime plus 12, sometime plus 2, sometime it is unequal. So what is non-uniform motion? Let us non-uniform motion nothing but same, a particle is said to be in a non-uniform motion, added here. Okay, a particle is said to be in a particle is said to in a non-uniform motion if it traveled what is here? Unequal distance. See, unequal, there is no equal. 7, 4, 12, unequal. So I can add here unequal distance in a, but time is equal. Time for both particle are same, 15 minutes for the particle A, 15 minutes particle B, but that they show different distance. But unequal distance in equal interval of time, such motion is called as uniform motion. Right? Now student, one question arises here. So sir, what is the graph of such motion? So let us take here, draw the graph. Okay, this is called x-axis and this is called y-axis. So what is we take in x-axis? Right, that is about time. Okay, time in minute or second, your choice, but we taken in minute here. Okay, so now let us in this what that is yes, that is stand for right, that is distance, or that is Vyasa position. Right students, not make confuse, it is speed, it is a distance, practice it, distance, yes for distance. Right, so now it is student, I can take time here again same, 9:30, okay, 9:45, again 10, here 10:50. Okay, you use the graph, okay, you get a correct answer. Now let us see here, again I can take here like that, I get 10, 20, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, like that. Okay, now first 12, where is 12 right? Maybe 12 is above here in the between 10 and 20, so I can take roughly, okay, it is here. Okay, now how much? 19. So 19 may be here in this about like that. Okay, I can take 19 here. Okay, I can 23, again I can make 23 means here, what happens here? 23 lies maybe here. Okay, maybe 23 here like that. 23 means here it is between like that. Okay, here between 20 like that, less than and 19 and greater than 20 like that. Okay, and next at 15 it is how much? 35. So 35 nothing but here maybe it is in between that, you can take here. So let us join the points. So see here, it is not straight line. It is not a straight line. If you use a graph and then you get zigzag motion, this is called as a zigzag. Okay, this is called as a zigzag line. Zigzag line, not a same, it is zigzag. Okay, it is a first increase, then normal, and then increase. It is a what? It shows the irregularity in distance. So that is zigzag graph. If the graph is like that, if the graph is not straight, it is like that. Okay, increase, decrease, same, increase, like that. So what happened here? Such graph is called as a non-uniform motion. Okay, so if you do, take a graph paper like that, means you get like that graph, like that, take exactly like that. It is not a straight line, it is what? Zigzag, decrease, decrease, increase, unequal is there. So that is called as a non-uniform motion. Simple answer. So if a particle shows straight line, it is a uniform motion. If like that is there, zigzag motion, not a straight line. See, 4 points is not in a straight line, it is in different lines. Okay, it's called as a non-uniform motion. So this is students about definition of uniform and non-uniform motion here. Okay, so hope you understand this concept here, uniform and non-uniform motion. Please pause the video and make this water table, and then this all about the definitions, and come to the next important concept, that is rate of motion. Okay, rate of motion, that is describing the rate of motion, that is we call it as speed and velocity, right? So let us start that concept, but first take this one. Okay, Now take the another concept that is about describing the rate of motion. So we know that motion. Now rate of motion meaning, so at what rate, okay, at what rate the particle can travel, okay, particle can change the distance. For example, see, a particle A is there, right, and a particle traveled from A to B, right, A to B, okay, particle is there for travel from A to B and covered distance of 10 meter, right, and time taken is 2 seconds. I can take 2 seconds, okay, very speed is there. Again another particle is there and that particle travel from a straight line motion, it is A to B and it is also travel 10 meter, but this particle take 5 seconds. Now tell me which particle rate is more, which particle traveled distance 10 meter quickly, take less time but traveled more, that is what particle, this one. I can take particle 1, I can take this is one particle, it is second particle. Which particle? That is particle number 1. So see the rate of motion, that is particle A traveled, particle 1 traveled 10 meter, particle 2 traveled 10 meter, but same distance both traveled, but time is what? Time is differ. Particle 1 traveled in 2 seconds only, but particle 2 to take 5 seconds here. So that is called rate of motion, and that rate of motion is called as speed. So we say that, sir, this particle is very speed. Why? Because it traveled 10 meter only in 2 seconds. And we say that, sir, this particle is slow because it traveled the 10 meter in 5 seconds. As compared to particle 1, it is slow, right? As compared to particle 1, it is slow. So why? Because of it traveled same distance but take different time. It is less time, it is more time. So take less time, it is speed is more, take more time and speed is less here. Okay, so that is called, so rate of motion is nothing but speed. In what speed the particle changing its position. So particle 1 changing the position in only 2 seconds, 10 meter, particle 2 changing the position 10 meter for take 5 seconds. So that is called in what speed, that is called rate. In what rate the particle changing the position, that is also very important, students, right? So that is now take rate of motion, and the rate of motion is nothing but we called it as an speed. Okay, so that is rate of motion is nothing but, okay, see here, rate of motion is often called as speed, right? Speed. Now let us define speed here. So see what is speed here. Speed nothing but the distance traveled by the particle in a given time. Okay, that is what speed, right? So that is, they take here the rate at which at which particle or body, okay, particle change its position, or also we say that distance, okay, we are distance in given unit of time, it is called as an speed. So that is very important definition. What is speed? Speed nothing but a rate of motion. So I can use the rate at which particle change its position or also called distance in a given unit of time. And see here, when we taking the speed, we not to show here direction, it is without direction. Okay, it is without, only there is only magnitude but there is no direction, right? So speed having distance, we know that distance is only magnitude but there is no direction. So speed also, when we take that the bike is going at the speed of 20 km per hour, so we not say here any direction, we not take here direction. Okay, we avoid the direction. So that is in speed. So then if there is in the speed no direction, only magnitude, that is called as what? Right, it is vector quantity, it is a scalar quantity. Okay, it is a scalar quantity. Okay, what is scalar quantity? I can write here bracket, only magnitude but no direction, that is called as speed. So in examination they ask speed is a vector or scalar. So we say that speed is a speed is a scalar quantity. It's only magnitude, but there is no direction. That is physical quantities. Which physical quantities have? It is have scalar quantity, right? So you have to be remember that point, right? Now if they ask what is the SI unit of speed, so simple. Before going to SI unit, I can take the formula of speed here. If you understand the formula of speed, you can easily calculate the unit of SI unit of the measurement of speed here, right? So first take the formula to calculate speed. That is very important, and that is most of the numericals ask here. So speed, so formula is here. See, speed is equal to, so what is speed in the formula? That is distance traveled divided by distance traveled divided by time taken. Okay, this sentence, if I can make it short like that, so I can write here, see, like this here, speed stand for V. Okay, speed V nothing but speed, and distance nothing but what? S divided by time t. So this is what the formula to calculated speed. You remember this, or you can remember this formula. Okay, both are same. It is shortcut, it is lengthy, right? So speed is equal to distance traveled by time. Also we define like that. What is speed? Speed is defined as it is distance divided by time. That is also definition. If you write like that, that is also correct. What is speed? Speed is defined as speed is distance traveled per unit of time taken. So that is what the meaning of speed here also. Okay, so shortcut, speed stand for V, small v, and then S stand for distance traveled and T stand for time here. Now see here, unit of speed here. See, unit of speed. So see here, speed V is equal to now distance measured in meter, right? And time measured in, I last say that second, always in second. So M stand for meter and S stand for second. So what is here? So SI unit of speed is meter per second, like that. Okay, see here, the SI unit of speed, okay, and bracket write V is equal to meter per second, or also write as meter per second, that is -1, S to the power -1 something, but it is per second. Okay, read as, how we read it is, it is meter per second, that is reading. Okay, like that we read it is. Okay, like that, meter per second, maybe meter bar S, or maybe meter S power -1, that is also reading as meter per second. Okay, that is what SI unit of speed. Okay, so that is a very important point you have to be remember. Okay, speed, and also see here, speed. Okay, speed may be in positive, or maybe it is 0. Possible the speed of the object is 0. If the object rest means speed is 0. If the object is not accelerating means speed is 0, like that. So that is, maybe speed is positive, that is 10 meter, 20 km per hour, 30 km per hour. Okay, 10 meter per second, 20 meter per second, anything, it is positive, and maybe it is 0, but it never negative. Okay, we never take the value of the speed is negative, -10, -20. No, it is always positive or 0, but it is never be negative. You have to be remember it. Speed is never be negative. So that is a very important point you have to be remember about speed. So I repeat it again. So what is rate of motion? The rate of motion is often called as speed, and that speed is defined as the rate at which a particle changes its position or distance in a given unit of time. Okay, and then speed is a scalar quantity, means it is only magnitude, but there is no direction. There is no direction is there. Okay, there is no direction, so it is called as a scalar quantity. Okay, and the formula for to calculate speed is equal to distance traveled divided by time taken here. Okay, and then some formula is V is equal to speed is equal to S by T, distance by time. Okay, and we calculate the SI unit of speed. So that is what S stand for meter and T is second, so meter per second. So that SI unit of speed is a meter per second here. So that is very important, right students? Now, but we observe that in the daily life, in the day-to-day life, we observe that if you travel in a bus or in a bike or in a car, we observe that the speed of the bike is not same in the all time, not same. Sometimes it is very speed, sometimes it is slow and very slow. For example, it is in traffic is not there, road is free. In that case, what happened? The bike speed is very large. When there is any road breaker or any traffic is there, what happened? Then the speed is less. Then we observe that in the journey of the bus or anything car, we observe that the speed is not same, it is changing. Sometimes is more, sometimes less, sometimes more, and sometimes it is less. So we observe that the speed is not equal. So in that case, how we say that? So what is the speed of our bike? What is the speed of the particle? So that is we take here, that is called as the average speed. Okay, so right here, when the particle is having non-uniform speed, okay, unequal speed. So see here, when particle change its speed, okay, its speed change, I can take when particle traveled, okay, when particle traveled in a different speed means what? Non-uniform speed. The speed is not same. Sometimes speed is 20 km per hour, sometimes speed is 60 km per hour, sometimes speed is 100, sometimes it is 5, sometimes 15, like that, not the same. In that case, how do you say that the speed of the bike here? So in that case, we take average. We add all the speed, sometimes 10, sometimes 20, sometimes 5, sometimes 100. So we add all them and we can take the average speed. So that is called as average speed is equal to. In which case we calculate average speed? When there is a non-uniform speed, there is a different speed travel in a journey. So that actually in the daily life, the speed is not same, it is a bit different. Okay, like that. So average speed is equal to. How do you calculate average speed? Average speed is equal to, we calculate total distance traveled. Total distance traveled. Only difference here. In the speed we only take distance traveled, but in the average speed we take total distance traveled divided by, right, total time taken. Okay, this is called average. Okay, that is average speed. And also average speed symbol is small v average, like that. Small v average is equal to distance, total distance by total time taken, like that. Or also average speed taken as bar, v bar, that is also formula. We can take v is equal to average s by t, or v bar is equal to s by t. Both are show about the average velocity. Okay, so when we calculate average velocity, when in the journey the bike traveled at different speed, sometimes is different speed, sometimes different speed. In that case, we take a total distance traveled by total time taken. Only distance travel by time nothing, but it is a speed. But total time, total distance come here means it is average speed. So that is an average speed. SI unit also same. Okay, SI unit of average speed is also same. That is what, right? That is what, meter per second. That is same. Okay, no difference is there. And also average speed is also what? Scalar quantity. It is also scalar quantity. Okay, it is also scalar quantity. Only magnitude, but there is no direction. Okay, so it is also scalar quantity. Same thing is there. And also average speed is maybe positive, okay, or maybe 0, but never negative. Never negative. Same thing is there. There is no difference. Okay, same thing is there. Right. So this is all about, student, about the speed concept. Speed, average speed, their units and their formula. Okay, and later in the class we can discuss and we can take the formula and solve the examples. Okay, let us see in the list. Okay, so now let us come see here, rate of motion. So it is rate of motion without direction, right? It is without direction, correct? Without direction. So rate of motion without direction, it is called a speed. Okay, because it's scalar, no, in only magnitude, but there is no direction. So without direction motion, rate of motion without direction means it is speed. So that is we also remember, rate of motion without speed is called as what? Rate of motion without direction is called as a speed. If I provide a direction to this motion, what that is called as, say, right, that is called as velocity. So I can write again title, measuring the rate of motion with direction. Okay, with direction, with direction, and that is called as velocity, right students? Now let us take the next concept is velocity. Okay, take a see, both velocity and speed, both are rate of motion. If the rate of motion having no direction, it is speed. If the rate of motion with direction, it is called velocity. Okay, see here, I can point right here. Rate of motion with direction is often termed as velocity. Or also I take time here, speed with direction. Okay, speed with direction is called as, okay, is called as velocity. If I provide direction to the speed, then that is not a speed, that is now velocity. If there is no direction, it is speed. If I provide direction to the speed, then that direction is now termed as change into velocity. Right students? So now I can define the velocity here. So velocity. So here velocity. So see here, direction is there. So if the direction is there, means what happened here? It is a vector quantity. So velocity having magnitude and also direction. If the velocity having both magnitude and the direction, so it is a vector quantity. So now we can take the velocity definition here. The rate of change of position, rate of change of displacement. Okay, the rate of change of displacement. There is a distance here, displacement. Okay, and we know that displacement is a vector quantity, direction is there. Okay, let us get a displacement here. Okay, in the speed we take a distance, the rate of change of distance, speed, rate of change of displacement, velocity. That is simple. Okay, only you change the term. If you added distance here, it is speed. If you added displacement, it is a velocity. Okay, so the rate of change of displacement of a particle, see, in the place of particle you can use anything, particle or body or object, anything you can use. Okay, in a particle, okay, displacement of a particle, the rate of change of displacement of a particle in a given time, in a given unit of time, okay. So this is called as a velocity. Now see here, velocity having both magnitude and the direction. Okay, so that is called as, it is a right, vector quantity. That is what have both magnitude and direction. Okay, that is called a vector quantity. Now let us check the formula to calculate the velocity here. Okay, the velocity here, see difference here, so that is called velocity here. So same, the velocity is also it is rate distance divided by time, displacement travel. Okay, that is difference here. So velocity is equal to, okay, velocity is equal to displacement of a particle divided by time taken in a second, right? This is the velocity, but almost we calculate the average velocity here. So what is average velocity? Maybe here average velocity. So like that same, the velocity of the particle not same in all the journey, it is may different, increase, decrease, or maybe zero. So that is the average velocity. Okay, the average velocity is equal to, so take average velocity, how calculate? We calculate average velocity by the formula initial velocity plus final velocity divided by initial velocity divided by 2. That is very important. See students, how do you calculate the average? That is very different here. So average velocity nothing but we can take what is the starting velocity of a particle, and then we take what is the final velocity of particle. If a particle when started, so what is the velocity? Maybe it is 0, maybe it is 20, anything. The initial, that is starting, initial thing but what? Starting velocity, okay, and ending, final thing but end velocity. So if you add starting velocity and end velocity and divide by 2, we get the average velocity, and that is also written in the form of mathematically. So velocity also represented by the v. So average velocity v, average velocity is equal to, so initial is stand for u, small u, and the final stand for small v. So divide by 2. So that is what average velocity. Average velocity. So how to calculate average velocity? Average velocity calculated as the initial velocity plus final velocity divided by 2 here. So that is called as a average velocity. Okay. That is called as a average velocity. Now again time take another time, that is another thing is there, average velocity. Now again another is there. So SI unit of velocity. This is same student, that is what meter per second, same, there is no change, same. And now another point is there, velocity may be positive or 0 or negative. See here, that is the difference. So examination maybe they ask what is the difference between velocity and the speed. So that we mention here, velocity never be 0, sorry, velocity may be 0, sorry, velocity may be negative, velocity may be negative, but speed is never be negative. That is we have to remember that one. Okay, so that is simple one, that is very important, you have to remember. And but as formula is same, sorry, that is unit is same, meter per second and meter per second, but the change is velocity maybe is positive, maybe 0 and maybe negative, but in the speed speed is never been negative. Okay, that you have to remember. And the average velocity, initial velocity, that is starting velocity, plus in final velocity divided by 2 here. So that is called as a average velocity. So like that we have to be calculated, students. Okay, so this is all about the velocity and speed here, right? So please write down all these important points which are be in the NCERT exam, NCERT of class 9 here. Okay, now for understand the concept, okay, how do you now take numericals here? Now I take different numericals to understand how to use these formula. Now I can take one numerical with based on the speed, and then I can take some numericals based on the velocity here. Okay, so let us start the class right now with the numericals here. So I can first pause the video and write down these all points. Okay students, now I can remove this one, right? So see, we take two quantity here. One is about without direction, it is speed, and with direction it is a velocity, right? And practice all these definitions is very important. It's very important for 9th class, and also this chapter is repeated in the class 11 also, and that is very important for college level. Okay, so you have to remember these basic points. It's very important. Average velocity, average speed is a very important concept in the college level also. Okay, so let us start with one numerical here. So take numerical example 1. An object travels 16 meter in 4 seconds, and then another 16 meter in 2 seconds. So see here, the particle speed is different here. First 60 meter in take 4 seconds, but 60 meter 2 seconds means here speed is less, here speed is more because time is taken less. If speed is more means quickly traveled. Okay, so see, less time, more distance traveled, more time here, less same speed distance traveled. But so here first the particle speed is somewhat slow, and after it is increase. So that is where in this journey there is a different speed, so we can calculate here average speed, right? So like that you have to be select the formulas, right? So full stop, what is the what is the average speed of the object, right students? So please pause the video and you calculate yourself, right? Now pause the video and calculate yourself here. Hope you calculate and get the answer. And what is the answer? Let us check it is. Okay, so see here, simple one. Why we calculate average speed here? Because we observe that the speed of the car is different or the object is different. First it is 4 seconds 16 minutes, 2 seconds 16 minutes. So taking same travel equal distance, but what taken different time means different speed is there. So if the different speed means we can take average velocity, speed. Okay, so average speed formula is one. We know that average speed is equal to total distance traveled, right? Total distance traveled divided by total time taken. Okay, divided by total time taken. So now let us see average speed formula, that is the V average shortcut, right? So what is total distance traveled? First is 16 minutes and then 16 minutes, that two times. Okay, that is 16 minutes, first 16 minutes, that is total distance traveled. And what total time taken? First taken 4 seconds, then taken 2 seconds, total how much? 6 seconds, right? So total 32 meter traveled and then total 6 seconds are taken. So what is your answer? How much it is? So we calculated here, we get see here 32 divided by 6. So we know that 6 5s are 30, so that is what? 0. So I get a 0 here, so decimal. So 6 3s are again 18, so 18 again 0, again count, it is 3 3. Okay, like that. So we can take 5.3 and 3, 5.33 meter per second. So this is that average speed of the object in the whole journey, right? So you get this answer means your answer is correct, right? So see how simple it is, how you calculate average speed here, right? So that is what average speed concept. Simple what we done here, we added all the meters. Okay, how much it travel? It travel for 16 meter and then 60 meters. So 16 plus 16, total distance traveled 16 plus 16, and total time taken, first taken 4 plus 2, that is 6, 4 plus 2 6. So total distance traveled 32 meter and total time taken 6 seconds. So total 32 by 6 nothing but 5.33, 5.33. So students, this is about the numerical on first concept is speed. Okay, please write down this one. Now students, take the another example here. See the odometer of a car reads 2000 kilometer at the start of a trip and 2400 kilometer at the end of the trip, right? Now if the trip took 8 hours, calculate the average speed of the car in kilometer per hour and meter per second, right? That is both is there. So see students, that is very important problem here. So one odometer is given. What is odometer? So odometer is a device which is used to measure distance traveled by the car, right? So write down the meaning of odometer here. What is odometer? Odometer is a device, write down. Odometer is a device which is fitted in a automobiles. Odometer is a device which is fitted in a automobiles to measure the distance traveled. Okay, this is what the definition of odometer. we observe odometer here. Okay, in the car is there. So now let us see here problem. Now we have to calculate average speed first, right, with in kilometer per hour and in meter per second. So given here kilometer, directly we take that one. So average speed is equal to so see here, when the journey started, the what is reading is 2000, and after journey we observe that the reading is now what, 2400. So how much I traveled 400 kilometer, correct, right? First it is 2000. After end of the journey, I see the reading in the meter, odometer, it is 2400. So 400 is added, means what, we travel 400 distance. So that is what, distance traveled. So we can take the distance travel is 2400 minus here 2000. So that is got distance traveled here, divided by total time taken, how much here, 8 hours, right? So how much it is 400 divided by, okay, 2400 minus, so 2400 by 8. So how much it is, if you calculate, we get to 50. So it is what, 50, it is kilometer, 400 kilometer per, it is 8 hour. Okay, but this into meter per second, this here 50 kilometer per hour I have. Okay, I already have, I can change that into, again it is easy. So that is 50 kilometer, nothing but what, 1000, and hour, nothing but what, it is 3600 seconds. Like that we get done. If you done like that, means we get simple answer, that is 13.9 meter. That is shortcut. Okay, that is the one. Okay, like that, this one. So I can take 50 here, kilometer is 1000, hour is 3600 seconds. 1 hour is 3600 seconds. So meter per second. So you get the answer here. Okay, students. So this is the another very important example, right? So I can remove this one, pause the video and write down this one here. Now I can take another last example of today video is, see the last example. Last example, that is also very important. Usha, example 3. See here, Usha swims in a 90-meter long swimming pool. She covers 180 meter in 1 minute. In 1 minute by swimming from one end to the other and back along the same straight path. Okay, straight path. Find average speed and average velocity of Usha. Okay, so see here, very simple, very important example here. See here, swimming pool is there. Okay, like that is there, and the length of swimming pool is given. How much it is? It is long. How much long it is? It is 90 meter long. It is 90 meter long. And Usha start to swimming. Usha, for Usha is here. Usha, here you stand from here and start to travel. How much? 180. 180 means how much? First she travel like that from A corner to B corner, right? The B side. Okay, like that. From this to he travel like that. Now 90 meter. Again he returns here by swimming for 1 meter. How much it is? Like see here. By swimming from one end to another she swimming and then back and return back like that and return back in the along the same path. So we see this 90 meter and return back 90 meter. So 90 plus 90 total, how much it is? Total she travel 180 meter, right? So that is the distance traveled. So see here, average speed is equal to, right, average speed is equal to distance traveled by time taken, right? Now distance, how much it is? From 120 to 190 and return back 90. 90 plus 90 total, how much it is? 90 plus 90 total, it how much it is? 180. So that is given here. And total time taken 1 minute. So 1 minute in 1 second, 1 minute nothing but how much is? 60 seconds. 60 seconds, right? So see here, 180 divided by 60, so how much it is? 0 0 cancel, it is 3 meter per second. Simple. That is what Usha's speed, average speed is 3 meter per second. And average velocity. So what is average velocity here? See, average velocity is initial velocity plus final velocity. Okay, that is what? Nothing but what? Rate of change of displacement. That is we all take here. That is formula also take here. What is the velocity here? Velocity but displacement divided by time. That is also we take formula here. For this problem we can take like that. Displacement by time. Okay, or take initial velocity, initial to final speed, but here not given initial speed and final speed, so avoid like that. Okay, so I can take this formula, displacement by time, that is also formula to calculate average velocity. So average velocity is but distance by time, displacement by time. What is displacement here? How much displacement? It is 0. Why? See here, Usha start from here and return back to here. So the initial position and the final position of Usha is same here. So what happened? Displacement 0. Correct? See here, Usha travel from one to this end and again return back and then come here. So the initial position also this and the final position also this. So if the initial position and the final position of particle is same, in the last video number 1, we discussed about that displacement. If the initial position and the final position of the object is same, then the displacement is 0. Then Usha's initial position and the final position is same because she returned back. So that is what? 0. 0 by time you can take 60 seconds. It is how much? It is 0. So average velocity is 0 meter per second. 0 meter per second. So this point you have to be remember. Simple one. So that is average speed and average velocity. Okay. Why we use this formula? Because the average initial speed and initial final speed is not given. So I can take this formula. Displacement by time. We know that velocity speed is a rate of change of distance. Velocity rate of change displacement. So I can take this as per definition. So displacement is 0. Why? Because of Usha of initial and the final position is same. So displacement 0 divided 0 by 60, it is 0 meter per second. So this is average speed is 3 meter per second. Average velocity is 0 meter per second. Okay students. So this is students all about the speed and velocity concept. Okay. So in the next video we take some another very important concept about the acceleration and the different formulas, but for today video it is enough here. Okay, so again if you anything not understand means please reverse the video and all see again, and you are write down all the problems and practice in home. Okay, so meet in the next video with new important concepts. Okay, for this is for the today video. In the next video, next concept. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this video. Okay, bye.